All right, here's a disturbing story we've been following over the past few hours. These anonymous racist text messages circulating after Election Day. Many of these texts reference slavery and the Trump administration. Our Lionel Donovan joins us live in the studio with more on what he's been seeing and hearing. And Lionel, these have been everywhere.
That is correct, Leslie. Reports have been popping up all over the DMV and around the country about these texts. Frederick County, along with Montgomery County Public Schools, have sent out letters condemning the messages and informing parents about these text messages just a short while ago. The school district also says the Maryland Center for School Safety is also aware of the text and is working with law enforcement as they investigate. Now, here's a look at one of the texts that we pulled from social media that was received by a D.C. resident. As you can see here, this one tells the recipient they've been selected to be a, quote, house slave at a plantation. It tells them to report to 307th Street Southwest. We looked up that address, and that took us to a building that holds the Department of Homeland Security, WMATA, and D.C. Housing Authority. I reached out to these agencies, and WMATA got back to me saying it's aware of the messages and is not related to Metro in any way, and they have notified law enforcement. Now, the plantation mentioned Abingdon Plantation was a real place, and its remains sit just south of D.C. in Arlington, and Reagan National Airport sits on part of the plantation's former grounds. Now, like I said, it's not just folks in the DMV getting texts like this. A photographer from our sister station down in Norfolk also received one of these texts yesterday, and he says he's not alone.
I had a cousin up in Richmond that received the same text message, but I found it weird that in my text message, it had a different group number than his, and they both had our names.
Now, I reached out to the D.C. Attorney General's office as well and was told, quote, the Office of the Attorney General is aware of the racist text messages being sent out to district residents and condemns them unequivocally. Anyone receiving these messages should contact our Civil Rights section by calling 202-727-3400 or emailing oagcivilrights@dc.gov. Now, over the last few minutes, the FBI has also announced that it's aware of the messages and is in contact with the Justice Department on the matter. Back to you all.
Yeah, it's a pretty distressing thing to read on your phone for sure. Thank you so much, Lionel.